Hey everyone, it's Jared here and welcome to the Drumeo course on rock drum beats. Now this is for relatively new drummers, I would say beginner to low intermediate, and I'm going to show you basically 20 different rock drum beats. Now with each of these beats, there are beats that I use, and I really tried to choose beats that actually would show you some of the hidden techniques. And so as we go through them, I'll talk a little bit about each groove and why I chose to put it here. Now there are billions of drum beats we could have put in here. There are billions of beginner and intermediate drum beats that we could have put in here. But I really wanted to choose some that had the best chance of giving you a solid foundation of learning the different techniques and learning how to build your own beats. Because I really need you to be as creative as possible. So let's jump right into it with beat number one. Now beat number one is the most simple rock beat out there. This is our foundation. This is what you absolutely need to know how to play. I still play gigs that, 20% of the gig is this drum beat, okay? So it's very, very important. So I'll play it for you guys at 60 and 100 beats per minute. Here we go. The next drum beat is very similar. What we're going to do is we're going to take that bass drum hit on count 3 and we're going to move it to the and of 3. So boom, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And now what you can consider doing as well, if you want to challenge yourself, is instead of playing all the eighth notes on the hi-hat, you could just play quarter notes. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's what really, really challenged me when I was first starting out. And so with all these grooves, you can consider doing something like that, where you cut the eighth notes in half, just play them on all quarter notes, or you just play the eighth notes, or just play half notes on count 1 and count 3. But I'll play this one for you, again, at 60 and 100. Number 3 is another very common drum beat that you're going to hear all the time. A lot of times in songs you'll hear the guitar part actually playing this pattern on either a palm muted pattern or something like that, but this groove goes with so many different songs. The bass drum is on count 1, the and of 2, and the and of 3. Here we go. Number 4 takes us back to the 60s, where we have bass drum on count 1, snare on count 2, and then a bass drum on the 3 and the and of 3, and then snare hits on the 4 and the and of 4. Okay, so this is where one of those hidden techniques is, just because most new drummers, they're great at just playing a constant 2 and 4, but as soon as it comes into doing anything else with the left hand, there are issues. Now another thing I'd mention is really focus on making those 2 hits very unison. Okay, so don't flam them at all. By flam I mean hit them at slightly separate times. Okay, so let's do this one along with a click track. Number 5 is a fun one. We're basically playing the bass drum everywhere except counts 2 and counts 4. So sometimes you'll get lost at how many bars you've played this groove or where you are within the groove because it's such a revolving pattern, but it's a really, really fun one to play. Let's try it out with the metronome. With all these beats, I recommend that you learn the slow tempo and you're able to play it for at least 2 minutes before moving on to the next set of beats. Okay, so the slow tempo for 2 minutes without making any mistakes, then move on to beats number 6 through 10. See you there. What you just watched was my first lesson in my Drumeo Edge course on rock beats. If you'd like to watch the second lesson, just go ahead and click that button right over there. Now we have lots more courses like this at Drumeo Edge, as well as other lessons, play-alongs, and just an amazing community. If you'd like to check out more, just go to drumeo.com. I'll see you there.